get up to that evening. Well, when Jay's dad came, and everything happened real quickly. Dad came by the house with these two other gentlemen. Well, Jay was gonna pay the guys. Was supposed to be giving them money to do whatever work he was gonna have them do. I don't fucking know. And the money, he had got $8,000 out of the $10,000 band. He left $2,000 sitting on the bed. He had told me he was finna, pay the guys. He finna holler his daddy for a minute. Okay. Now, I told my daughter. My daughter was 12 years old. 12 years old at the time. Jay went outside with his dad. All this happened real quickly because Jay wasn't even outside 20 good minutes. Well, I told my daughter, excuse me, someone's calling me through Messenger. I told my daughter to go get the mail out the mailbox. Well, my daughter went. Jay, his father, and the two other gentlemen, all four of them were sitting on the porch. My daughter went out there, got the mail. She came back in the house. When she came back in the house, I met her at the door, was getting ready to walk up the little stairway. Within that brief time, by the time we hit the front room, all I heard was doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I just looked, and I immediately took off running to the side door. Well, by the time I made it to the side door, my son was already coming through the motherfucking door. He pushed me against the wall. I hit the wall. He swung over, and he said, "Mama, close the door." So I heard him close the door. When I'm locking the door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And when I turned and looked, all I seen was my son standing there with holes all in his body. Of course, as a mother, I lost it. I'm screaming. I'm panicking. And the only thing my son said was, "Mama, just get me to the hospital." We both walked in my room. I'm trying to find my keys. I done emptied my whole purse on the floor. My daughter's in shock. She's standing there screaming to the top of her lungs. He never cried out. He never screamed. He never panicked. He said, "Mama, get me to the hospital." By this time, I hear a knock at the side door. So I peek around, and it was his dad at the door. Well, when all this happened, his dad had a chick with him. She was in the car. When the shots and everything rung out, she hid on the floor of the car. Well, his dad, the chick, the young lady, and the two other guys, I open the door, they come inside. Jay was leaning against the dresser, standing in my room still. He was like, "Y'all, get me to the hospital, y'all." I'm screaming because I can't find my keys. I'm like, "Y'all, we got to get him to the hospital." Well, Jay walked away from my dresser, and then by this time, he just kneeled. He took a knee on the floor. He was like, "Y'all, come on, get me to the hospital." And he just laid out on the floor. So, I'm screaming. And I'm going to say this. This is what the fuck y'all don't know. And y'all, people wonder why I went silent after my son's death. My son laid out on the floor. He's dead weight. I couldn't pick him up by myself. I'm screaming, "Please help me. Help me pick my baby up off this floor." I grabbed my son by the legs. His dad was standing there. His dad got shot in the leg. That was it. His dad was standing there. One of the guys made 2-3 of his dad. He's standing there. The other white man that was with him, he just pacing back and forth. They just stood there and looked at me without a care in the fucking world. Not one of all three of them fucking men helped me pick my boy up off that floor. The young